dense layer or fully connected layer implementation in TensorFlow. So generally in a neural network, the fully connected layer is essentially a matrix multiplication and an addition operation. But as one of the most commonly used network layer, TensorFlow has a more convenient implementation method called layer.dense, and then to it you pass the number of units, which is the first parameter. Here it's 512, and you pass an activation function, and also you pass an input shape, which is the input shape of your input training set of images. And through the layer.dense class, you only need to specify the number of output nodes or the output units or the output neurons, as it's variously called, and activation function type, ReLU for instance. And the number of input nodes will be automatically determined according to the input shape during the first operation, and the weight tensor and bias tensor will also be automatically created and initialized based on the number of input and output nodes. However, the weight tensor and bias tensor will not be created immediately due to lazy evaluation. The build function or direct calculation will be required to complete the creation of the network parameters. The activation parameter specifies the activation function of the current layer, which can be a common activation function like ReLU for instance, or a custom activation function, or be specified as none, that is no activation function. So here the example is, I'm saying dense 512 activation equal to ReLU, input shape equal to 32 by 32 by 3. That is 32 and 32 are my width and height of the input images, and 3 is a number of channels. So basically what we are really saying is perform a matrix multiplication to result in an output matrix with a desired last dimension to be 512. So in the above, we are creating, in this code, we are creating a fully connected layer. Now I've named it as FC here, with a single line of code where the number of output nodes are 512 and the number of input nodes are automatically the input shape. The code creates internal weight tensor and bias tensors automatically for me as well. Thank you very much for watching.